MFPallytime here. Welcome back to Heroes of the Storm. It's another great occasion where we have a chance to look at the newest hero added onto the PTR, Stukov from StarCraft. They made him a support. I mean, don't get me wrong, I like his kit. I'm just wondering if we got someone else's kit here. I really don't think it was intended for Stukov. So, for instance, one of the examples of this is that Rhaegar, actually, his kit in the original development of Heroes of the Storm, Rhaegar's kit was actually Thrall's. And they were like, nah, we want Thrall to be more of a go in and fight stuff. So they kind of reworked it over to Rhaegar. Also, Thrall was always on like one of those direwolf things. He was always on that. So I wonder if we're having the same example here because of the public outcry that we need more supports in this game. I believe that Blizzard promised 6 supports by the end of this year. And that might not be correct. I don't really remember right now. Full disclosure, I'm feeling really bad today. So could be a little foggy. I might be making that statistic up, but the last support we had prior to this was Lucio, and the last support prior to that was Ariel. So they're getting pretty spaced out. And if we are promised 6 more this year, again, that may not be an actual quote. Well, there's not very many months to go. Not very many months to go. Anyway, welcome to a very long, boring, drawn-out look at the newest character on the PTR, Stukov. If you do not want to watch me read through all of the talents, if you do not want to watch me mess up math on a regular basis, and if you do not have interest in what I think viable builds may be once he comes out on a live service that may be completely wrong in every way, then do not watch. You have been warned. Okay, team. All right, team. Hope you guys are doing well today in chat. First things first, the most important thing we could possibly do. Oh, that's whoa, Stukov, tone it down a little bit. That's too much energy for me. Good God. And then what's his taunt? That's a cool taunt. I like that taunt. Okay, so our basic abilities. Our Q ability is a heal. We can put it on ourselves, and it'll spread to nearby heroes. I'll read the actual description just to make sure I get it all right. Infest an allied hero with the healing pathogen that heals the target for 250 health over 4.5 seconds. Healing pathogens can spread to nearby allied heroes every 0.75 seconds. And a single healing pathogen can spread to each ally hero one time. So, I mean, what I want to see is, like, let's bring out the Vikings. And just see how it bounces around to them. You guys gonna stay in a group, right? So look at that. It kind of just spreads to the whole team, and we all get healing over time. Nice and easy. As long as you're grouped up, you're gonna be good to go. Kind of like Lucio. If your team isn't grouped, well, then you're not gonna be getting much healing out. That's pretty cool. His W ability is Weighted Pustule. Hurl a pustule that impacts all enemy heroes in its path, dealing 21 damage and slowing them by 5%. Increasing to 50% over 3 seconds. Deals an additional 83 damage upon expiring or being removed. So we throw out our ability here. It starts out with a pretty meaningless slow, but over the course of the duration, it does increase. So you'll be able to catch up to people that you have this slow on. And does a little bit of damage. His E ability is called Lurking Arm. Channel at a target location, creating an area that silences enemies inside and deals 156 damage per second to them. It deals 50% reduced damage to non-heroes. Does not cost mana while channeling and lasts until canceled or interrupted. And this is with a 60 mana cost. So it's our most expensive mana spender. And it looks like that. And you could sit here all day. You can sit here all day with this. The range of this ability is pretty sizable as well. So this is where he's going to get the majority of his lane clear. Quite simply, you get into a safe position, and you put this down. And you clear the lane. So it's not that bad. And there, I looked a little bit earlier. There are some talents that can amp up the effectiveness of that as well. You can get some that make it spread around, so you can hit the whole lane really easily, and increases damage and so on. His trait is called Bio Kill Switch. I guess they ran out of names and went with this one. Activate to detonate all of Stukov's viruses. Now, your Q ability, even though it's healing, is still considered a virus. Each healing pathogen heals its target for a massive amount of health. We're talking 541 health at level 2. Keep in mind, we only have 1,800 health right now. And you can still get the heal over time effect on top of that. So you could detonate that. And it does a shit ton of healing. But this is on a 16-second cooldown. Each weighted pustule does 108 damage and slows the target by 70% for 2 seconds. So to me, just inherently, that means you want to have as many pathogens out at one time before you detonate it to get the full effect of all of them. That has a 16-second cooldown on that. So basically, his go-to gameplay is going to be spreading pathogens, slowing down enemy heroes, and when a lot of damage starts to come out at one time, he's going to be detonating those to keep up with healing, but he can't do that very often, so you have to pick the right time. And you also need to make sure that your pathogen has spread as much as humanly possible in that duration. Now, it's worth mentioning that his E ability does not deal damage to buildings at all. It does outrange the towers, however. So, if you're trying to keep someone back, you just put that there, and then they have to enter the lane and get silenced. That's something that's worth mentioning. His auto attack damage is pretty high. 295 at level 3 is insane, actually. But it is melee. His attack speed is 0.67. So it's also pretty slow. But that just means that you'll be able to get one good hit in, kite a little bit, get another good hit in. It's going to be really, really easy to marine micro him and get that stutter step in. Just because his attack is so slow. So I think that's the basics. We can go ahead and look at talents now. He has some very interesting talents, and it seems like he's going to have some viable damage builds in here as well. So at level 1, we have the Spine Launcher. Now this changes his auto attack to be from melee, which this is as far away as we can trigger it right here. So that's a melee auto attack. It can now become a ranged auto attack. Basic attacks become ranged and slow enemies by 20% for 1 second, but deal 50% less damage. Well, I shouldn't have to tell you that a 307 auto attack is insanely high. So even by reducing the damage on that, it still feels perfectly fine. But you get the added benefit of being able to attack at this range, which is about the same. I mean, that's farther than Cassia, right? That feels like it's farther than Cassia. So again, making it even easier to stutter step and get away from your enemies, and you're going to be slowing them on top of that without having to use your W ability for that slow. So it just kind of allows you to control the battlefield a little bit more. And if you are particularly afraid of dive comps, this might allow you to get away from them a little bit easier. I like that talent. I don't know if we'll work it into any of these builds. I haven't really theory crafted a build yet. We're going to be doing that live, but it seems pretty good. Seems pretty good. Then we have Fetid Touch. Quest to hit heroes with the Weighted Pestral. After hitting 20 heroes, reduce the cooldown of Weighted Pestral by 2.5 seconds. After hitting 40 heroes, reduce the cooldown of Weighted Pestral by another 2.5 seconds and remove its mana cost. So your Weighted Pestral is your W ability and has a 10-second cooldown. If we pick up this talent, complete all of those quests, it goes down to, what, a 5-second cooldown? Yeah, a 5-second cooldown. And keep in mind, it has, what, a 3-second duration there as well? So you'll be able to keep this out on enemies pretty much the whole game, and it will be a pretty sizable damage boost. Now, building up those stacks early on might be a bit of a pain, but remember, you hit all enemies in the path of this So anything in this range, I mean, if you can line up a couple people, you are going to be able to hit both of them. Relatively slow projectile, though, so might be worthwhile investing in that, especially if you aren't the only support on your team. But it will take some time before it really starts to ramp up. And keep in mind, even though you may be able to throw this out all the time, you can't detonate the pustule all the time because of the pretty harsh cooldown there. But there might be some talents later on that kind of helps with that. Oh god, you guys are telling me I'm saying that shit wrong? Really? Really already? It's already happening? Fuck me. Alright. Alright, team. Alright. Alright, team. Alright. You guys are nitpicking. Let's see. Pustule? Am I saying pest? Is that what's happening?
Pustule.
Pustule. So I was saying an E and not a U. You fucks. You just can't let me have anything. Just want to sit here and talk. And can't do that. All right.
Pustule.
Pustule. Got it. Like pus. Pus is a great word. Everyone loves saying pus. Ugh.
Choose a talent.
Growing infestation. Lurking arm area expands by 50% over 2.5 seconds. I like this one. I like this one a lot. Let's go ahead and reset the forts so everything's a bit more even. And we can watch the Vikings die. This one, what it does is over the course of 2.5 seconds, it grows pretty considerably. So you can set it down on the mage and hit the whole lane really, really easily. What I like about this one, what I like about that particular talent is if you can combo that with a character like Malfurion or Arthas or just someone that could either root or stun a character in place. This is highly specific, but this is the scenario I thought of. So let's say you can get a stun out on a character like Li Ming, who relies on teleporting to get away from things. Keep in mind that this is a silence as long as they are in it. So let's say the stun lands, you follow up with this, all of a sudden they have to walk out of this area in order to get to safety. And if you can time it properly, you could also do something like this, where you throw out your slow and then land that, so they're slowed inside after the stun lands, and then they also can't escape because of the silence. They're taking damage from you and taking damage from other allies. Could be really, really strong, especially if you're going for that specific lockdown on high mobility characters. Like imagine a Genji. You stun a Genji, slow down the Genji, and then lock Genji down with that. That could be really good. Time will tell. Time will tell. But then we have, last but not least, or maybe least, I don't know. Poppin' pustules. You happy, team? You fucking happy? I'm not actually mad at you. I'm just giving you all a hard time because you all hate me. Detonate 10 weighted pustules without dying. Detonating a waiting pustule now applies its damage and slows in an area. Now, I'm not too sure what the actual area of that is. We'll go ahead and complete the quest. It's also going to be difficult to see what the area is, but can we do this? Oh, shit, it doesn't affect minions. I didn't realize that. It's only heroes. Huh. Wow, his, wait, what about this? Yeah, that works. Let's see if we can take this. Okay, we gotta wait now. Hold on. Oh my god, give me my fucking cooldowns. Oh yeah, he can't jungle for shit. Oh, that's bad. That's real bad. And the cooldown of your E ability starts after you cancel it. Oh yeah, that's shit. Interesting. Okay. I don't know how I got off on that tangent. I was gonna test the AoE on that kind of shit. So, keep in mind, even though you may be able to throw out this ability every 10 seconds, you can't detonate it aside from every 16 seconds. So, if we I mean, do I have to set the enemy team to be the Vikings as well? Okay, you can kind of see the range. So the range of the slow would be about this, which is pretty big actually. Especially if you hit it on multiple people, that means that slow is going to be hitting all of them in that area. You could throw that into the middle of a team fight, and that could do a lot. Okay. Oh my god, I just realized he has 4 talents in every tier. This is going to be a long-ass video. Fuck.
I am slightly jealous.
Well, out of the talents at tier 1,
Choose a talent.
I like Growing Infestation and Spine Launcher the most. Keep in mind, though, with Growing Infestation, you are vulnerable as this is going on, and I think this will be better at comboing with other players. But, I mean, honestly, they all seem okay.
Choose a talent.
Like, I could see that being really useful. I could see that being really useful. I don't know, team. I'm actually stumped. I don't know which one I like the most. Let's just go with Spine Launcher for now. Level 4 talents. One Good Spread. After a healing pathogen infests 4 targets, restore 30 mana and reduce the cooldown of healing pathogen by 2 seconds. So if your team is able to clump up reliably, one good spread. Well, you need to make sure we have normal cooldowns. If we shoot it in here, it's going to spread. Did that count? I mean, we had 4. There's no like impressive indicator for that or anything. We just kind of get mana back. And it reduces the cooldown by 2 seconds. Yeah, I mean, sure. Seems insanely situational. Seems so situational. I don't think I like that. I don't think I like that at all.
Choose a talent. Choose a talent.
Top off. Healing pathogen, heal over time on initial target is increased by 50% while they are above 60% health. That's a very sizable buff if you throw it out on your tank right at the beginning of a fight.
Choose a talent.
Like, the heal over time is usually nothing. Oh shit, my health was too high, or too low. The heal over time component is usually nothing, but increasing that as you throw it out on your tank might be worth doing. God, look at that burst healing. That's fucking insane. That is actually insane. I want to test it. I mean, that doesn't seem bad. Biotic armor. Wow, this one seems really good. Healing pathogen grants 50 physical armor to the initial target while active on them. Does that last for the whole duration? Does that last for basically 5 seconds, rounding up?
Choose a talent.
It sure does. So I would say that is vastly superior than the other two already. Biotic armor seems like the way to go. And then vigorous reuptake is yeah, I think I said that right. Yo, I wasn't done. Vigorous reuptake. Detonate 50 healing pathogens with bio kill switch and increase the bio hill switch healing. God, it's hard to say. By 50%. I just wanna like, this is what's on my other monitor now. It's some lady with mascara in her hand. looking at a pimple. What the fuck? I just noticed it too. Why is that? Okay. Alright, back on track. So detonating 50 healing pathogens increases the bio kill switch healing by 50%. Okay. So refresh forts, refresh talents. Come on.
Choose a talent. Choose a talent.
Without the quest completed, we do 1,111 healing. It says we're level 1. We're not. Let's just set it to level 20. Let's make this easy. Level 20. It's getting confusing.
Choose a talent.
So
Choose a talent.
at level 20 without the talent completed,
Choose a talent.
we are looking at a healing of 1,644. Damn. With the quest completed, we are looking at a total of... They did the same. Oh, is it just the... No. It did the same. Did it just top me off on health? Is that what that is? Did I do it at the same exact number, or was there a second number that popped up? What the fuck?
Choose a talent.
What the fuck?
Moving out.
Oh, maybe it just topped off my health. I could use the healing dummy. Yeah, 1644. I don't need your help, Vikings. Go away.
Choose
And with the quest completed, it's 88 a tick. It's a fuck. Oh, I didn't do the quest. With this quest completed, it's the fucking same. It doesn't work. It doesn't do anything. Right?
What it's worth.
All right. Well, that's bugged. I mean, the tick is just from the normal healing anyway. That's not an additional number. All right. Well,
Choose a talent.
I mean, to be totally honest, it seems like the biotic armor is going to be the best one anyway. Like, imagine having a Malthael go in, popping his ult, and then getting additional armor on top of that. Like, you guys thought fucking Uther Malthael was scary. I think this is going to be even worse. Wait, what? It doesn't show armor on the healing dummy. So many weird problems. Okay. So, level 7. The long pitch increases the range of weighted pustule by 100%. I mean, it already has a pretty fucking good range. It's already that far. It's basically as far as our vision in the Fog of War is. But we can make that... Oh my god, it goes forever! It goes forever!
More onto the bridge.
I don't think it's necessary. I just don't... Why would you need that? It seems... like it only hits a small little line anyway. I don't know. Maybe if you don't want to get close to the enemy team at all, just be like, look out! Maybe if they have a Sergeant Hammer, you just throw that on Sergeant Hammer. Be like, hey, there you go. I can't think of any other reason though. Maybe maybe they have a Morales in the back of the line and you want to slow her down. That could be it. Yeah, I don't know. Seems super situational, like I said. Within my reach increases the range of Lurking Arm by 50%. Lurking Arm is your E ability. So it takes the range from this, which is already pretty fucking big. It's a pretty good range. And increases it from this to
Choose a talent.
this. So again, you can attack out of the Fog of War with that ability. Huh.
Choose a talent. Choose a talent.
Again, it's kind of the same. It's kind of the same situation I would use that in. Like if they have a Sergeant Hammer or if they have a Morales and you can silence them to keep them from moving or stop them from healing. God, he's going to be such a counter to Morales with that talent, actually, because if you can stop Morales' beam, then she's screwed. And that's only an 8-second cooldown, so theoretically you could do that pretty often. And if you combo that with the expansion, let's say for instance, let's take a look at that really quick. You combo these two together.
Choose a talent.
Let's say you're way the fuck over here and you see Morales healing someone. And then it expands to keep Morales in that area. That would either force her back or around. It would force her to reposition, stop all of her healing entirely. Huh. Seems good. I like that for that one particular scenario.
Choose a talent.
Then we have It Hungers. Each time a hero is hit by a lurking arm, reduce its cooldown by 0.5 seconds up to 6.5 seconds and restore 5 mana. 5 mana per hit. So this could actually feasibly be a mana battery for you.
Choose a talent.
The cooldown doesn't start until after the ability's done. So you don't really get any kind of indication for what kind of cooldown reduction you're getting until you stop pressing it. But if you get a good one, like let's say there's a mosh pit going on, again, that same scenario where you root someone, you stun someone, and then you slow and drop this on top, feasibly you could get a lot of cooldown reduction doing that. And it is worth mentioning that you can detonate your trait while that's active. And detonating your trait would increase the slow, so I think you are going to be comboing these together quite a bit. It's kind of hard to gauge how much mana he's actually using, though. Oh, it's because I have cooldowns on. It only works on heroes, right? Yeah. That seems okay. Again, it seems better in those situations where you have more CC to throw on top of it, but it seems okay.
Choose a
And then last but not least, we have
Choose a talent.
targeted... I don't know how to say that. Detonating exactly one weighted pustule, but any number of healing pustules with bio kill switch reduces the cooldown of bio kill switch by 5 seconds. Oh. Oh. I like that. What are you doing? What are you guys doing? So that means... Oh, 5 seconds? Oh my god, that's even better. So that means that if you throw this out on your team members and only have one slow out, you're going to be able to detonate that motherfucker as much as possible. Your fucking trait is going to have a lower cooldown than these two other abilities.
That was rather entertaining.
I don't feel like it's that hard to do. I don't feel like it's that hard to do at all. Especially if you don't get that stupid range increase where this fires off for like 8 years. I think you'll be able to do that no problem. Oh, hold on. Gotta wait for the... Oh, there is a weird waiting period. That seems super fucking strong. That seems crazy fucking strong. So not only are we giving 50% basic attack damage reduction to whoever we throw this on, we have our W out. We can then burst heal them right at the end of the duration and be able to burst heal them again in 5 seconds. Not quite 5 seconds. You have to wait for the W cooldown as well. Maybe if you W'd first, that would feel better. So... yeah, that seems real good. That seems like it's the best one for sure. That definitely seems like it's the best one. It does add like a weird combo into your gameplay. But the healing output that could give you is just phenomenal. Just phenomenal. Both of his heroic abilities are themed around the idea of moving enemy players. His first one is Flailing Swipe. Swipe 3 times in front of Stukov over 1.75 seconds, dealing 119 damage to enemies hit, and knocking them away. Each swipe is larger than the previous, and it looks like this.
I will show you out of my way. Let's clear some space.
Oh, that's odd. My PC, it blue screened. It seems that the virus of Stukov has spread into my PC. It's real weird. I wonder if it was a hardware issue. My webcam seems to be at a lower frame rate now too, which is always fun. But I don't know what the last thing you guys heard was. But again, we're taking a look at flailing swipe right now. You do 3 swipes, each of them getting a little bit larger.
Let's clear some space. I will show you a monster.
And to me, it kind of seems like you would want to position here. So you're either pushing people towards your team, pushing people away from you, like someone on your team that's about to die. I mean, those are the 2 obvious ones. But you can also do some things where you can like move someone into a corner and keep them there. If I can do it right. Dude, line up right, Arthas. What are you doing? Yeah, so something like that. Kind of what you would do with Mighty Gust. You just push someone into a corner and then they're stunned for their duration. That's kind of the idea. It seems okay. It has an 80-second cooldown, but it is going to be team-wide. And I cannot wait to see people in the Nexus just using this to just ruin kills for people. It doesn't do very much damage at all. What is it? 119 each impact, so yeah, not even 400 damage at level 20. But it could be alright. It could be okay. I can definitely see it securing some kills. I don't believe you can cancel it. No, you can't. So you have to do all 3 swipes. You can't just do 1 for a little knockback. You gotta do all 3. All in all, it seems okay. Totally, like, reliant on the positioning of the person that uses it, though. In the right hands, it's going to be good. In the wrong hands, it's going to be awful. You could, however... I mean, with this build that we already have the increased armor, right? So you could, however... let's say there's a boss steal going on. You can run over here. Be like, no, this is our boss! And knock everybody back off the point. But it doesn't seem like it'd be long enough to actually secure it like a barrel or something from Chen. So yeah, I mean, it's okay, situational, but not bad. Not bad. Then we have... Which one did I like here? I don't remember. Oh, that one. Yeah, that one was good. We have Massive Shove, and this is the one I'm the most excited about. This has a 20-second cooldown, and if you haven't seen this before, then you're in for a treat, because it just shoves a person back until they hit terrain. Just moves them on right out of there until they hit impassable terrain, which means if you can get them to go through your wall like I just did, or their wall, they go for a really fucking long time. And again, you could potentially take someone out of the fight entirely. It also applies a mini stun, so again, we're already looking at ways to interrupt a Morales, get Morales away from her team. Sergeant Hammer, get Sergeant Hammer away from his team, her team, whatever Hammer is. And yeah, it's on a 20-second cooldown. Again, kind of the same scenario as the other one. If you position correctly, you can easily set up kills with this. And like yeah, there he is. So for instance, hey Arthas, I want you to go into our tower. If that was most other characters, they would be dead. This is just kind of fun. Yeah, that's just fun to do. So, I mean, there's situations like that. Pretty fucking cool. Again, if it's all about the person that's using it, though. If they can position properly, then it's going to be amazing. If they can't, then they're just going to ruin all of your kills. This does 493 damage when they hit terrain. So, we're already talking about more damage to a single target than the other ability. But no AoE damage. So, I mean, they both kind of do the same thing, except Flailing Swipe moves a whole team, and massive shove moves a single person. But I mean, come on, massive shove is just kind of fun to look at. That's just hilarious. Now keep in mind that was not the actual cooldown. So I think you can pick whatever there. I haven't looked at the level 20 alterations for that yet, so who knows whether or not it's actually going to be good. Then at level 13, we have reactive, oh my god, ballistospores. Reactive ballistospores. That's intuitive. When taking damage below 50%, health instantly spread a waiting pustule to all nearby enemy heroes and reset the cooldown of bio kill switch. Which means that we just do an AoE when we fall below 50% health and reset the cooldown of our trait. So, yeah. What's the cooldown of that? Oh, 10-second cooldown. Okay. Fight me, Arthas! You can't cast anything. Do I win this? I mean, I feel like I just kind of win this. Oh, I can't heal. Oh, yeah, that's a reason to be worried. Yeah, I mean, that seems good. That seems real good. If you take damage, you get a free bio kill switch. And we already have a lot of cooldown reduction coming out of our bio kill switch. Maybe that's overkill for a cooldown reduction. Because remember, if we heal ourselves and throw this out on one player, we already get we get 11 seconds off the cooldown of that. So maybe taking that further is just a bit overkill. I don't know. It hasn't happened yet. We haven't actually gotten the cooldown reduction from that talent yet. Oh yeah, just stop hitting me. I don't know. That might be overdoing it. That might be overdoing it. Let's see. Let's look at the other ones.
Choose a talent. Choose a talent.
We have Low Blow. Lurking Arm deals 150 more damage to enemy heroes below 25% health. The fuck is lurking? What is Lurking Arm? Oh, our E. He even has a picture of the E there too, and I just fucking totally spaced on that. So the only way to test that is to hit Arthas, but 150% more damage to enemies below 25% health. I feel like that's going to be the exact same scenario where the other ones are good. You would want to go for Lurking Arm expands and then increased range and have a stun to drop on that. That's the only way I see that being good. Because otherwise people are, I mean, this is not a big area. That's what, 2 steps? Like if we put this on the mannequin, I think it's 2 steps and they're out of it. I mean, it's not that good unless you have follow-up CC. Lingering Spines. Lurking Arm now persists for 1.5 seconds after it is canceled. That's definitely interesting. That might be worth picking up. Especially for lane clear purposes as well. And just throw that down and walk away. It doesn't seem bad. But again, versus heroes, it's going to run into the same problems that it does in all of the other examples that I've given. If you don't have follow-up CC on top of that, people are just going to move right the fuck out of it. And then Virulent Reaction. Detonating a weighted pustule on an enemy who is inside Lurking Arm roots them for 2 seconds. Now that's what I'm talking about. That's what we need right there, boys. What's going on in this game? What are you guys doing? What are you guys doing to Arthas? So we have our heal that we could throw out to our whole team. We could throw that out, root Arthas, and then detonate it, keeping him in there for 2 more seconds. That's guaranteed CC that we throw in on the target, which was lacking in the rest of like the build. That also has great synergy with everything else that we're doing. Let's go ahead and detonate that. Now he's stuck. So realistically, how that's gonna work is oh, actually, that's fantastic synergy with this talent. Because the cooldown reduction means you can just do it all the fucking time. So realistically, how that's going to work is you're going to start casting this and the target's going to start to run away, right? And then you got to land it at the last second. Because they're going to be trying to move away from you. Because they know the combo's coming. Or they're going to be moving around. But the good news is that your W does slow targets down. And it increases the slow the longer the dot is on the target. So that means by the end of it, it's going to be pretty easy to just place this down. And then root that target inside. And then again, follow-up CC on here just makes it even better at the end. Seems good. It seems really good. And remember, this is a silence too. So after the root goes out, there's no saving that person. They're rooted and silenced. They're basic. That might as well just be a stun. It's a stun with a silence after it, because even though they're rooted in the thing, you can keep channeling the thing, and then they gotta move out of it. Like, they still have to move after the root ends. Yeah, okay. Alex Hire, thank you for the donation. I don't know if this thing's gonna read it or not. It's been kind of hit and go. Hey! Yeah, it did. Okay. Thank you.
Love your vids, Pally. Fight the chat linguists.
No, it's alright. It's alright, they mean well. Super Strain. Whenever an ally with healing passages is stunned, they are instantly healed for 641 health. Obviously better in some comps than other. I mean, a lot of Uthers can get a lot of mileage out of some of his talents that proc only when he's stunned or rooted and stuff. You can get a lot done with that in those settings. Again, kind of makes me think that he's going to be insanely strong with Malthael and Illidan's, because they're going to be going in, trying to get CC thrown out on them, trying to be the center of attention. And you're going to be giving them armor and giving them burst healing all of the time. And then more healing when they get stunned, which again seems ridiculous. So, I mean, that's great, but again, only if the enemy team has stuns. Only if the enemy team has stuns. And they use that stun in the 5 seconds that this is up, or 4.5 seconds that this is up. Universal Carrier, healing pathogens can continually spread through Stukov, but its healing is reduced by 60%. What does that actually mean?
Choose a talent.
So I cast it on my... Do I just cast it on him? Or do I cast it on myself? Oh! Oh! So as long as I'm in range of a person when their healing pathogen ends, I can bounce another one to them. It does reduce the heal over time by quite a bit, but it does not reduce the healing from the trait. That was still doing a shit ton of healing. It's only the actual heal over time from this. Man. That seems so good. That seems so good. Wow. Huh. Oh, and you know what's fucked up? You could go for one good spread here and just get a limited mana return. Oh my god! What the fuck? What the fuck, Blizzard? It's too bad they can't have double applications of this shit, because it's going forever. Alright, what are other options? Bio kill switch no longer removes healing pathogen. Yeah, okay. Alright. Yeah, okay. Eye infection. Increase the final damage of weighted pustule by 50%. Additionally, detonating a weighted pustule with bio kill switch blinds the target for 3 seconds. So, mostly just good versus high damage dealing enemies. Auto attack damage dealing enemies. This would combo extremely well with Cassia. Doing this exact same build, too. You wouldn't even have to change up your build. You would just throw your W out and then detonate it. And you could keep that up. Maybe we would go for cooldown reduction, actually. Wasn't this cooldown reduction? Yeah, so we'd probably go for fetid touch. And then we could basically keep up blind all the time. Does he have mana issues? I can't really tell. That's something in the testing phase. It's kind of hard to see. I don't know if he has mana issues or not. Universal Carrier seems fucking amazing. Eye Infection seems good situationally, especially with a Cassia on your team. I could see some double support teams where it's Ariel, Cassia, and then Stukov being incredibly effective. Alright, level 20. Push comes to shove. Massive shove travels 25% further. If massive shove pushes a target for more than 1.5 seconds, its cooldown is reduced by 15 seconds. So if we move Arthas for more than a second and a half... That wasn't it, huh? That's actually going to be hard to do. Yeah, that's going to be really hard to do. But that's funny. Oh, yeah. I don't see that being feasible. Alex Heyer, thank you for sponsoring the channel. You know, the more... Here, let's bring back the laggy-ass webcam. Oh, that's so bad. Do you guys see the FPS drop on this thing, too? Or is that just me? Did that blue screen just kill this thing? Sometimes the OBS... Oh, God, even my green screen calibration's off. Ugh. Ugh. Sometimes what I see on the OBS display isn't exactly what you guys see, but this looks shitty. Looks real bad. Anyway, I can use this one. Oh God, I'm blue! The blue screen killed me! Alright, fuck it. What was I don't even remember what I was gonna say. Oh, I like the fact that we have a healer that is incredibly combo focused. Because previously we've only seen that on like Kerrigan and Alarak, but it seems like this guy very combo focused as well, which is interesting. We haven't really seen that. So there's going to be a lot of thought into how you use your abilities and how you move them together. But I also think that means that we're going to be kind of waiting for cooldowns a lot too. And if you don't manage your cooldowns well, you're going to be punished. Huh. Interesting. Anyway, I don't see this ever working. You'll see some clips on Top 5 Plays or something where this is amazing, but I just don't see that being a thing that you can do. I really don't.
Choose a talent.
Let's see, what are we going for here? That one.
Choose a talent.
Then that one.
Talent.
Then that one.
Talent.
Then that one.
Choose a talent.
Bio Explosion Switch. Bio Kill Switch now also detonates Lurking Arm, applying a weighted pustule to enemy heroes inside and silencing them for 2 seconds. Which means if we do the combo that we've kind of made this build around, which, fuck, I missed. See, that's a big deal if you miss. Now I missed half the combo. I mean, I can still go in here and trade, I think. So, we want to do this. Oh, see, he dodged it. I have to wait for the slow to kind of kick in. All right, Arthas, let's go again. I got you. I can do this. Oh, I don't like that at all. Because that means that the, at least with this build, that means that the detonation. Oh, I fucking don't know. I just don't like the fact that it stops you from channeling now, where before you could continue channeling, right? Or did I make that up? I don't know.
Love the long, boring Theorycraft videos.
Thank you for the donation, the blue full. So I just hate both of these. I think I just hate both of these. Raucous switch now also detonates lurking arm, applying a weighted pustule to an enemy hero. So it's not conducive with the combo. You can get the weighted pustule without even using that. But then you're messing up your detonation. How does that work with that? Did I pick a wrong talent in here?
The end is at hand.
Oh yeah, I should have gone with the armor, but I don't like it. And if you pick this talent, which is obviously based on your trait and has the same image as this one that's based on your trait, then they don't work together. But you could detonate your E and get another application of a slow. But then you have a really... Yeah, I just don't see it. It's like you pick this talent to do the combo to get a low cooldown on your bio thing, your bio kill switch. That's the whole reason this talent exists. And then by taking this talent, you're fucking that up. Unless, I guess, unless you do it this way, and then you could do it again. Yeah, maybe that's the way to go. But now I can't detonate again for another 5. I don't know. Like, am I looking at this wrong?
That was rather entertaining.
Don't get me wrong. I think this talent makes perfect sense if you go for like the expanding E build. But usually when you have talents with the same image, they work well together. You know what I mean? It's kind of the easy way to tell whether or not these talents are good together. You like, oh well, look, these have the same picture. Oh, I like that. I don't know. I don't get it. I don't get it at all. Let's see.
Choose a talent. Choose a talent.
See what the upgrade for Flailing Swipe is.
Choose a talent. Choose a talent.
Flailing Swipe, mana cost is reduced from 100 to 50, and it gains 2 additional charges, but each use only swings 1 time at maximum range. What? We have 2 additional charge. What? Oh! Oh.
There will be no pain, suffering.
Huh. 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 Alright, I'm gonna come back on the screen at 20 FPS. It seems like this is his worst talent tier. By far. I'm gonna hide now, because I just looked at myself in like 10 FPS and it's awful. I don't like any of these. I could honestly see myself playing this character and not picking a level 20 talent. I could really see that. Now, God, it's such a fucking long cooldown. Each charge is an 80-second cooldown. My God. I mean, that is good. What if someone is close to me? How far does it move him? Arthas, where are you? God, they only moved 2 steps away. Look at that. Oh, shit. That seems so bad. Fuck. What is his talent here?
A reasonable request.
That means I think push comes to shove might proc. At least push comes to shove might be able to give you a good benefit.
Choose a talent.
I didn't realize how bad the other fucking talents were.
Choose a talent. Choose a talent.
Good God. What is his tier?
Choose a talent.
Forward.
So you kind of have to just push people and hope they travel for more than 1.5 seconds. And if they do, then congratulations, you can push someone else. That was it. We did it. That was 1.5 seconds. We got the thing. So now if he comes back, I can push it. Like, look how far he has to go, though. Oh, I just thought of something, too. Okay. All right. So. All right. So this is the build I would recommend, I think. This is the build I'm going to try first. At level 1, you got Spine Launcher. So you can go in and auto-attack at range and still do 350 fucking damage at level 20. Which is ridiculous. Then you go for Basic Armor, which basically turns the person you hit with your trait or your Q into a hyper carry, because you could then detonate for a massive amount of health. I recommend taking Target Extension. Yeah, I said that right. Fuck off. Target Extension at level 7, because then you can start to do the combo where you reduce the cooldown of your trait simply by putting this on one player, if at all possible, which means you can do a lot of fucking healing. A lot of healing. Massive Shove, I mean, it has its uses. I think the other one has its uses too. Honestly, I think this is up to preference, but being able to do that seems real fun. Virulent Reaction. Detonating a weighted pustule on an enemy who is inside the lurking arm roots them for 2 seconds, which means you could take the combo to a whole different level. Heal yourself, put this out on Arthas, and then they have to live with that. They're rooted, they're silenced, they can't do shit, and if you have follow-up CC, you're golden. Universal Carrier just means that you always have healing out on your team. And you can combo this with just one other player, because even if you just cast this on, we did it down here. Even if you just cast this on one person, the duration difference is still enough to have this bounce back and forth indefinitely. So you're always doing some healing over time. And then whatever the fuck you want at level 20. I don't think it matters. No, Arthas, don't kill him. So you are incentivized to always use your W on one target before you detonate your trait to get more cooldown reduction. And this is going to be bouncing around all the time. And essentially, you always have your whole team primed, ready to go. But then, if someone else starts taking a lot of damage, now they get armor because you can pick them. It seems so good. I think this is going to be a real strong contender. But there are some other things I want to talk about. So if we go ahead and reset our talents here, I think this one might be perfectly fine as well. Let's see. I think we want Healing Pathogen again. Get the cooldown reduction here. And then persists after canceling, maybe. Yeah. So you could do some cool combos with this, right? Where let's say, I just thought of this. I don't know if it's actually good, but I thought it was cool. Let's say you're hitting this target, but you miss. You can then move them into it, and then they still get sight. No, that's stupid. Yeah, that's dumb. Don't do that. I think his Q build quest could be really good. I just don't see a reason not to pick Biotic Armor, though. So you increase the range. You got this thing. You can even, I don't think that one's necessary,
Choose a talent.
but you go for the blind. Where's the blind? Was it this tier? Then you wait. Yeah, this one. So increases the final range of Withering Pestral by 50% additionally, or the final damage by Weighted Pestral by 50%. Additionally, detonating the Weighted Pestral on Bio Kill Switch blinds the target for 3 seconds. So basically, honestly, you might want to go. Let's rethink that. So if you can keep this on a single target,
Choose a talent. Choose a talent.
if you can keep this on a single target,
Choose a talent.
then you would want to do something like
Choose a talent.
this.
Choose a talent.
I think either of these is fine. Let's go for the root. Let's go for the blind. So if you have a Cassia on your team and you want her to hard carry, every time, every 5 seconds, 6 seconds. What is it? 6? Every 6 seconds we can blind this guy for 3 seconds, which means Cassia deals bonus damage all the time. And we have the cooldown reduction on that. We can also heal a lot with that. We could root the guy as well if we wanted to do the full combo. So heal ourselves, throw this out, root, detonate, and now the guy's rooted and blinded, just taking extra damage from Cassia. And of course this would shut down auto attackers in general. I'm just thinking about how to get the most out of this right now. There is some weird layover you wouldn't be able to root every time, like you just saw there. Just couldn't do it. But you could most times. I think that's it. So this would be the one that I'd recommend for like hard carrying with a Cassia. I don't think we just need Ariel now. I think we can make this work. Because keep in mind, like your Q is going to be spreading to Cassia as well, keeping her alive, and she'll have the healing on top of that from her blind shit as well. It's actually a lot of damage. And with this build, your fucking auto attack, I don't know what level I actually am, because this is bugged. My fucking auto attack is hitting for 700. So even with this, like let's take Cassia out of the equation. You just want to go in and fight someone. Like let's toggle off our ally. Select enemy hero. We'll make it someone who trades well. Let's make it an Illidan. Right? And make our ally turn off our allies, right? This is like you want to go in man mode. You just want to beat the shit out of someone. Oh, he dodged it with dive. Look at that fucking damage! What the fuck? What the fuck? And you get 50% physical armor reduction. Or increase. And this only has a 6-second cooldown or something. Dude, Illidan's so scared he won't even come back. Illidan, come back. Where are you? Please come back. I just want to talk. Come back. Please? Illidan. Illidan, fight me. Illidan, fight me. Yep.
Perhaps now you understand.
Yep.
Step lively.
That's it's pretty amazing. You shouldn't be able to solo the boss because this only works on heroes. So the way you're able to get cooldown, someone in chat was asking if I could solo boss. I don't think the reason you could solo boss is just because your W, which you're using to lower the cooldown on bio kill switch, it simply doesn't work on anything that's not a player. So this is a very player focused killing build. Like you can't take camps, can't do any of that shit. Because you're relying on the combo of your W being out, your Q being on you, and then detonating with that lower cooldown, which is a 5-second cooldown rather than a 16-second cooldown. You just can't. You just can't do that. So. I mean, obviously, a normal Illidan player would be using evasion here, right? But. Oh, fuck! I didn't even think about that. With your attack speed being so slow, block is going to be incredibly strong versus Stukov that's trying to go for auto attack damage. Because it's like his attacks are so slow, those block stacks are going to go on forever. Imagine a Genji with dodge. Like you can't hit the Genji. By the time you go through his 3 dodge stacks, he's already going to have another one. Like he's going to have 4 just because he hits so slow. It's interesting. I like how you can take the same like fundamentals in this build, like the level 4, the level 7, and to an extent the level 13, and apply them in not only a damage build but also in a healing build. I like that a lot. Oh, also, I guess I'm level 26, so maybe we should set our level down and actually see how fair it actually is. Maybe that was a bit inflated. Maybe. Maybe just a little bit.
Choose a talent. Choose a talent.
So didn't I turn you guys off? How are you still here? Oh god, this game is so weird.
Choose a talent.
This game's so weird sometimes.
Choose a talent.
Illidan! So, I mean, that's a little bit more fair. And his evasion, again, does fuck us over. But that's still crazy. Alright, so those are the 2 builds I would recommend. I'm sure there's some other shit in here you could do. Like, if you want to, actually, if you want to get lane clear, like, let's say you're playing on Tuna Spider Queen or something, you could go for, like, Lurking Arm expands. Hey! Thank you.
I'm getting here at the end of stream. Looking forward to the VOD.
Thank you for the donation, Sexy Pants. So you could do stuff like, I think we would just stick with the armor. Like, I think the armor is far above the better one. And if you needed lane clear, you could just chill back here. Clear lane's really easy. And I think that would be viable as well. Again, this would combo great if you have roots on your team, if you have stuns on your team. Keep people in that for a really long time. And you can even pick up the root here as well. So not only are they silenced for that whole duration, but they're also going to be rooted if you detonate your trait. I think that could work perfectly fine. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. And then you could even go for some healing talents thrown in there as well, so you don't have to be entirely DPS. I think that's viable as well. So those are the 3 I would recommend. But that's going to end it for me today, guys. Sorry about the problem halfway through. My computer has never blue screened before. So I wonder, I mean, it's not overheating, I don't think. So I wonder what that was about. Anyway, thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed. We'll be doing some games on the PTR tomorrow for Stukov, and we'll have a few videos rolling out this week if you want to see these builds in action. Hope you all enjoyed today's video. If you did, hit the thumbs up button, subscribe if you're new. And I'm going to go lay down. Okay, bye.